You meet a woman who says, "Oh, I don't need a man in my life. I
Be intelligent in class, and not be intelligent emotionally.
Emotionally,
you can't toy with people's feelings. You should be able to relate with other people.
Yeah.
Modern era.
Exactly.
What should a man look out for in a woman in this modern era, this modern time?
To be like God-fearing. If you should have a woman who literally don't believe in God, who wants to do as she pleases, I don't think you should bring that woman to your home in the first place.
Hi, the name is Mr. Bison, aka Dangote's best friend, and this is So Papa. Today we are diving into the world of modern relationships, and in the studio with me is Mr. Mark Oruma. Mr. Mark,
yeah,
welcome to So Papa.
Thank you for having me.
If you guys don't know, Mr. Mark is my cousin. I bet you can tell from the resemblance, the face and the beard, and the voice.
Yeah, the voice, yeah.
Bro,
yeah,
Charlie. What do you go on?
Charlie, cool things, man.
Charlie. Me, I say chop out to. That was some years ago.
Yeah.
You chop out to. But it's still the grinding.
I still the grinding.
So let's get started, right?
Yeah, right.
In the first segment, we are going to be talking about what men look for in women.
All right.
What do you think men look for in women, or what do you think men should look out for in women?
In a woman. Well, it's pretty obvious. As a man, once you start to grow up, you start to look at certain things in women, and every person or every man would try to look at few things. Example could be the way of life of the woman. That is very important. And if I should say the way of life, meaning like if the person is God-fearing or like as to what religion the person is, so I think lifestyle, could come in, and then, like the ability of how the woman could speak, the way they talk and stuff like that. So yeah, I believe like these are the things a man should look at.
Okay, right. So now let's look at it from this side. Modern era.
Exactly.
What should a man look out for in a woman in this modern era, this modern time?
I think it's the woman should be like God-fearing, in this modern era. That's the key.
Are you saying this because you're Christian?
No, I'm not saying that because I'm a Christian, but I mean, if you have a woman who is God-fearing, I don't think you have to worry about anything.
The reason why I'm asking if you're saying that because you're Christian is I have seen women,
right,
and I've seen men,
right.
I've seen children. I don't want to say children, teenagers, who don't even believe in God.
Yeah.
Right. But then they still think they have the world to themselves and they want to do whatever is that pleases them.
Yeah.
And they don't believe in religion. So if you say God, that's what I'm trying to understand what you mean by God.
So based on what you said, if you should have a woman who literally don't believe in God, who wants to do as she pleases, I don't think you should bring that woman to your home in the first place. Yeah, exactly.
That's very controversial.
Yeah, I mean, you have to look at it in certain angles. Like probably, in town, like you're away for some time. Is that woman being able to control yourself? Like, being able to stick or being able to stay away from certain things, Okay. You understand what I mean? But if the woman is God-fearing, I don't think certain things would draw attention, to be able to like go out. You can go out, it's normal, but to do certain things, you will be afraid. You will be scared to let your way out in certain things. You understand me? So
when you say being able to like stay at home when you're not around, don't you think that has to do with compatibility? Because I feel if you're going in for a woman, you should go in for someone you're compatible with.
Yeah.
Because if you go in for someone who is an extrovert and you happen to be an introvert, then you're going to have a little bit of challenges. Yeah. But if you're an ambivert, then it's different. But here's the case that you're an introvert and you expected to be at home because you are not around or like you've traveled and all that.
Yeah.
How is that going to go?
I mean, you said compatibility, right?
Yes.
I mean, if that should be the case, I don't think, the reason why I'm saying God fearing, I want you to explain more on that. The reason why I'm saying God fearing is that, if you have a woman who is God fearing, and let's say you're not in town, you're out of town, uh, I don't think the woman will get influenced by friends.
Right.
Let's say, oh, Charlie, I want you to come out. Let's go here. Let's go there. Let's go here. A woman who you think you're compatible with, like, can go out with the person, can go out with the friends.
Okay.
But a woman who's got fearing will think twice before like stepping out, or will think twice before.
You sound like a very controversial man.
I'm not a controversial man.
Let's take a break here. Yes. So, as Isa said, you're a very controversial man because
I'm not. I'm just trying to be. I'm just talking out of experience, though, so I know what I'm saying.
I was going to get to that because you sound pained.
Not pain, but it's coming from experience, so I know what I'm saying.
So you are not pained?
I'm not pained. Nah.
But you chopped woto before?
I chopped woto before, but I'm not pained at all. I mean, right. It's normal to chop woto, but right. to get pain is not my thing. I just move on.
Are you saying you're numb? You're not numb.
I'm not what?
You're not numb.
No, I'm not.
Okay, right. Well, you mentioned compatibility.
Yeah, compatibility. Yeah.
What about independence? Even though I still feel like what you said early on still has to do with independence, because she should be able to be on her own, without having to rely on friends or saying I want to go out with friends and all that. Is that what you were trying to say earlier?
I mean, if what you should need, and I'm being able to provide that for you, I don't think you should rely on friends in the first place to get what you want, or to be able to be happy. Most women will say, okay, I just want to go out, just step out to like have fun and stuff like that. But you having fun could lead into certain things probably you're not ready for. Could lead into certain things probably you don't want to happen, but it might happen. Okay. And later on you come back to say sorry, but it has already happened, and you cannot go back to reverse what happened. So it's better for you to stay with yourself. That's what I mentioned, God fearing. That is one thing. If a woman is God fearing, she will never.
I think that part is very important.
It's very important. Women with let's say religion. Okay. Yeah, it's very important. I think that is what men should be. A man who is willing to settle down. That's what I think you should be looking out for.
What about if not religion per se? What about spirituality?
I mean, if your spirituality is like kind of like high, and you feel like, we have women who they don't really deal with religion, but
they're very spiritual.
Yeah, they're very spiritual.
So that makes them disciplined.
That also counts.
That makes them disciplined as well.
That also count. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that shows you're very disciplined, and you don't take certain things for granted. So,
right. So back to independence.
Yeah.
Now, you spoke about independence when they should be able to be on their own.
Yeah.
What about independence as an independent woman?
Yeah.
Is it a must in this modern era for a woman to be independent?
I mean,
because I've been seeing it everywhere.
Yeah.
Feminism, independent women, they don't need men and all that. What do you think?
I have come across a
few women like that.
A few, yeah. Because I see them and I try to talk to them and stuff like that, but they tell you they don't need the money in their life. Not necessarily don't need a man, but they're talking out of experience. Okay. What they have been through before.
Then they are pained.
They are pained.
Okay.
So they are using that pain to be independent as of now.
Right.
Yeah. So I wouldn't blame them a lot. I wouldn't focus on them more. If you see a woman, you meet a woman who says, "Oh, I don't need a man in my life. I just want to be," because not all men are the same. Some are different. Some will come away, just for pleasure's sake. Some will come away to, stick with you and stuff like that. So if I meet a woman and she says, "Oh, I want to be independent," and stuff like that, you can sense from the way the woman is speaking that she's pained.
Right.
Yeah, she's very pained. That is the more reason why she wants to be independent. And probably she has everything she wants. She's working, she has her own place. So she don't need a man to provide all those things for her. So yeah, that one also will be a factor also.
Let's talk about emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
A lot of people do not know about EQs.
Yeah.
All they know is IQ.
Yeah.
I will choose EQ over IQ at any time.
All right.
And it's simple. You can't be intelligent in class and not be intelligent emotionally.
Emotionally.
You can't talk with people's feelings. You should be able to relate with other people.
Other people, yeah.
So emotional intelligence, what do you think about that in modern relationship?
It's very tough, you know. It's like so tough. So I mean, talk about emotional intelligence. I mean, not everybody can take that.
So if you're saying that, does that mean you've met women who are not emotionally intelligent?
They are not. Especially talking about women, I don't think they are. I mean,
no, you can't generalize it, because if you generalize it, then
okay, I would say what I've come across.
They are not emotionally intelligent.
They are not.
What did they do to you?
I mean, they didn't do nothing specifically, because for me, you can't do something. Yeah, I'm very strong in there. I mean, but you could sense from the way they would talk. That is one.
Okay.
And their actions.
Also. Yeah, they just don't relate with people.
Yeah. The actions also speaks. You know. So, but for me, when I see a woman like that, I don't really like focus my attention on you that much, though, because I see once I come in your life, there's nothing you can really offer me. So why would I even look at you twice? Right, like, you know. So I don't really focus my energy towards that side. Right. I just look elsewhere. Yeah.
That's very insightful.
Yeah.
What about deal breakers?
Deal breakers, as in
in relationship. What about deal breakers? What is a deal breaker for you? What breaks the deal for you? Know that, no, this girl, this woman, I cannot be with her. Let's talk about deal breakers.
Deal breakers, yeah. I don't want to mention the name right here, but
don't mention anybody.
I'm not going to mention the name. I'm just going to talk about it. Like, you know, like I mentioned for the first time. Yeah. Then you'll be like, oh, can we go here, there?
Right.
I cannot.
Right. You know. I know of someone who said her first date, she wants us to go to Ibiza.
Yeah,
and Ibiza is very expensive.
Very expensive. That means if I take you as my girl, as my wife, I mean, you're gonna finish my money. You're gonna finish my money. I mean, seriously, trust me. I mean, first time I met you, you don't know me. We're trying to know each other, and they'd be like, "Oh,
what you want to talk about is Ibiza.
Let's go here,
Santorini.
Or let's have a booking for massage and stuff like that." I mean, that is so not right. That is so not right. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
So to you, that's a deal breaker.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker.
Let's talk about red flags.
Red flags, yeah.
Red flags are different from deal breakers.
But it's similar though.
It's similar though. I mean, the deal breaker, I mean, that's it for you. You're done.
It's similar though.
But red flags.
Red flags. In a woman.
Dishonesty, lack of communication, incompatible goals, and all that. So
for me, it's dishonesty. If you can't be honest to me, then I don't think you can how do I call it? You can be with me.
Right.
If you can lie about anything, then that means you can do anything.
Is that lie for you?
Yeah. I wouldn't know. So why would I?
Right. So you prefer being told the truth.
Exactly.
No matter how
hard it is. Just tell me.
You want to be told the truth.
Just tell me. Then I know, okay, probably it was something you didn't mean to do it.
Right.
Or it just happened for a reason.
Right.
You know? So just tell me, no matter how hard the truth is, just let me know.
Right. Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. So to you, dishonesty makes it.
Dishonesty,
it's top of your list.
Out.
What about lack of communication?
That one can be worked on.
Because I'm asking that because I've spoken with a few girls from across the world, okay? And should I say about 90% of them had this complaint saying Ghanaian men don't communicate. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah.
Because I communicate.
Yeah. So some Ghanaian men don't communicate.
Well, that's what they say. I asked them not to generalize it, but they still say they were going to generalize it. But then you can't generalize it because I am not all men in Ghana.
So some men don't communicate. Because for me, I like communication. It's a key factor in your relationship, you know.
Our chief technician here is not all Ghanaian men. You are not all Ghanaian men. So I mean, why would she generalize? From your experience, do you think Ghanaian men communicate?
I think if I put it in percentage, I think 60% of Ghanaian men do communicate.
60%. Yeah, 60%. Then we do communicate because it's over 50.
Yeah.
Since it's over 50, then we communicate.
Because communication in a relationship, if truly you want the woman and you really want to settle down, I think it's very important,
Right.
That you check on her, you try to make sure she's okay and stuff like that, Yeah, I think that is
right.
That is a factor.
Okay. Now, you live abroad, okay?
Right.
You've traveled to some countries, right? You've met other men there, okay? You've become friends with other men over there. Exactly. You have acquaintances, right? Do you think men communicate in relationships?
Yeah, I think
it being marriages or friendship or relationship, whatever.
I think they do.
Do you think men? Yeah, because women keep telling us we don't communicate.
We do. If a woman is telling the man they don't communicate, the woman wants attention like 100%, and it can't be like that. You cannot have it like that because the man has things to do. Like he has work. He has you're working maybe like 8 hours work. You can't have the whole time like communicating with your woman. It's not right. You need to focus on your job also because that's where the money comes from.
Right.
So if they say we don't communicate 100%, I think maybe they want it fully. And you cannot have it like that.
You can't have it fully. Yeah. So you think probably
is a jobless man who will call you from 6 to 6. That one is normal.
Like, that's him working. Yeah. He's jobless, but he's working because he's talking to you 6 to 6.
That's what he wants. But you cannot have it like that. It's not possible like that.
Well, okay, so let me give you a scenario, right? I spoke with one girl who is Liberian, right? But then she has also traveled the world a bit. Right. Okay, and she said when she talks about communication, she expects you to be able to tell her things. For instance, you know you're not going to make it to dinner. Right. Let her know I'm not going to make it to dinner. Right. Do not wait till like it's 5 p.m.
before you tell her.
Meanwhile, you are supposed to make it to dinner at 6 p.m.
Right.
And she expects you to get home at 4 p.m.
Right.
Then you wait till it's 5 p.m. before you tell her you can make it to dinner, right? Yeah. You are supposed to go somewhere with her or pick her up from work. You're running late. You don't communicate.
Right.
You get home. You're supposed to let her know I am home. You don't communicate.
Yeah.
Things like that is what she is talking about. And she's saying Ghanaian men don't do that.
Yeah, I think
she lives in Ghana.
She lives in Ghana.
Yes.
I know. I mean, some Ghanaian men, because for me, I do that a lot.
Okay.
When probably I come to visit you and I'm going home. Okay. When I go home, I'll call you.
Right.
When I go home, exactly, I'll call you.
Right.
Yeah. If I don't call you, I'm gonna text you or something. Yeah.
So regardless, you still communicate.
For you to know that I'm home or something like that. If you're about to go somewhere and I cannot make it, I text you earlier, maybe 1 hour or half an hour before I can, I'll text you and tell you I cannot make it. So let's reschedule or something,
Okay.
Yeah. So I think we do our best.
Okay.
Yeah, we do our best.
So talking about those who do not communicate at all.
That is bad. I mean, that is not, it's not right because it feels like you're trying to ghost the person or something, because I mean, you should let the person know what is happening. I mean, you should be able to talk to the person to know, okay, I cannot make it here, I'm here, or I'm with a friend, I'm going to, get something and I'll be back in the next 30 minutes, Those are the things that will keep the relationship moving, right? Just to know where each other's location will be at the point, because anything can happen. Nobody knows.
Now, let's talk about, don't forget, we are still talking about modern relationships.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There are women that are old school.
Right.
Okay. Just like men who are old school.
Old school, yeah.
They prefer phone calls over text.
Yeah.
What do you think about such women? For instance, you send them a text and then they tell you don't communicate, but meanwhile you sent a text.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you have to say to such women? Do you think they should adapt?
It's not a matter of adaptation.
Okay.
It's a matter of knowing what the woman wants. Okay. So, for example, you have a girlfriend and you try to call her and it's not working. You try to text her and it's not working. You need to sit her down and ask her,
what's the problem?
Yeah. What really do you want? What really do you like? Do you like to be called or to be texted, or do you want to be meeting?
Book an appointment before.
Yeah. So you need to know. You need to know your woman. You need to know what she wants and what she doesn't want. So if you have a woman, let's say, oh, for me, I like to text sometimes. I like to call if I'm free, So you can know what she wants. So that is what, when you do it for her, she will be, happy.
Okay.
But you cannot be calling someone when she's at work. She wouldn't answer.
Right.
She'll prefer to text like quick, And even maybe sometimes you can text and it's gonna take like 1 hour, 2 hours before she replies. It doesn't mean she doesn't want to reply.
Okay.
It means maybe she's busy doing stuff or something like that.
Okay.
So she has to tell you, okay, I'm busy. Probably call me around this time or call me around that time. So it's all about trying to communicate to figure out what of you want,
what she likes.
What she likes. So you can be able to.
Then I think that brings us back to compatibility.
Yeah.
Because if she's not okay with text, but phone calls,
yeah.
and you're also not okay with phone calls but texting, it means it has to do with compatibility. So but then again, something comes in known as compromisation, right? You got to compromise.
Yeah.
So if you can't compromise, then it means there's a problem, right?
Exactly, it's a big problem.
Do you think it's a man's duty to compromise?
No, I think it's a must, because in a relationship you can't have it all.
So men are supposed to compromise.
It can be either way. Not only the man. Okay. It can be either way. It can be the woman. It can be the man.
But back then, men used to compromise.
Say again?
Back then, old school love.
Yeah, you have to. You have to, because women wants the man to do most of the things. So,
and now in this modern era,
and I think it should be 50-50.
I don't blame you for saying that, because
we are in a modern system, so I think it should be like 50-50.
Where people are fighting for gender equality. So
yeah, so it should be 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah, 50-50.
Okay.
It should be 50-50.
Right.
If it's not, then probably you, the man, you feel like, oh, I want this more. Then you can devote yourself more. You can go in deeper, to have what you want, or to make peace at home, if I should put it that way. Yeah. So
let's talk about this for our first segment. The last point for our first segment: incompatible goals.
Incompatible goals. Yeah.
Incompatible goals.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? To me, it's very important, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Because if let's say I want to start having kids right after we marry,
right,
and then she doesn't want to have kids right after we get married.
Yeah.
That is gonna be
a big problem.
A very big one.
Yeah, a very big problem. They can even break up the relationship again.
Right. Yeah. So incompatible goals. What do you think about that?
I think that should be, or that should come in the first stages, when you guys think you really are into each other. Okay. Before even getting to marriage and all this stuff. So I think that should come in first, because that is very important in a relationship and in marriage as well. Because if you guys are not really compatible to each other, and as to what you want in life, or as in goals, it becomes a very big problem. Like the scenario you just gave. If I want to give birth earlier and she doesn't want, how do we, talk about it and come to an understanding? Because I believe everything is about just speaking to each other and then trying to come to an understanding, and then you guys can move on with life. So excuse me. Yeah. So I believe if you're able to sit the woman down and come to an agreement, I believe everything has a solution. So if you're able to like sit her down and talk and be like, okay, if it can be my way, can we make it in a way that it's not going to be your way, it's not going to be my way, but at the end of the day we'll have the same goal, have the same achievement. So I think that also should work in a relationship.
Let's take a 5-minute break, and then when we come back, we'll talk about spicing up relationship.
Sure.
All right. So before we went on that break, you spoke about incompatible goals, right?
Yeah.
Right. Now that you've spoken about red flags, dishonesty, lack of communication, and incompatible goals, let's talk about spicing up relationships.
Right.
What can men do to keep their women happy and spice up their relationship?
Right. I mean that point is very very
because
important.
I have some few points, like surprise gestures, active listening,
right,
emotional support, shared hobbies, and then an open communication.
Right. So I want to make it in a generalized form.
Okay.
Yeah, because to make your woman happy is not that easy.
Right.
First of all, you need to know what she likes. You need to know what she dislikes. You need to know what really gets to her.
That what makes her tick. Okay.
Exactly. So by finding out all those things, I think that is where you can know how to spice up your relationship.
Okay.
Like you did mention of
surprise gestures.
Surprise gestures. I think it's not bad, but not all men likes that. So.
Not all men like surprises. That I know of.
Yeah.
That I know of.
Yeah.
But then again, some women also demand it, which doesn't make sense to me. It has never made sense to me.
As a woman, you don't have to demand anything from a man. Let the man give it to you willingly. Don't demand it. Because if I see a woman who demands something from me, I feel like that she's in for just for flair or just for
she's not in for the right reasons.
Something, yeah.
She's not in for the right reasons.
As a woman, you don't have to demand from a man. Let the man give it to you out on your own. Like
he knows he's supposed to do it.
I know what I'm supposed to do as a man to keep you happy. I know what I need to do to make sure that even if you see other man, you don't really have any problems, so you don't even try to go to other men or people to ask for something. Because as a man, I know what to do to make you happy.
Right.
You understand me? Yeah. Okay. So don't have to demand from a man. And shared hobbies also, it's a very good thing. I mean, if what you like, I'm able to come in and try to make it nice, make it look good for us to.
What are some hobbies do you think
some women
a couple should do?
Some women like going out on a movie, watching movies,
okay,
that's a nice hobby. Or
what about painting?
Painting also, if she likes it.
If she likes it. What about she doesn't like it, but you like it? Could you teach her to do it?
If she wants to learn.
If she wants to learn.
If she wants to learn.
Because now we are looking at shared hobbies.
Yeah, if she wants to learn, no problem. I would gladly, teach her how to paint, gladly let her to know some of my works if she wants to.
Right.
Yeah, so
I went to the beach and saw something which was really nice. Yeah. I saw this couple and they were painting at the beach.
That's nice.
I actually thought they were going to paint the ocean, but it wasn't the ocean they were painting. Yeah. They were doing their own thing.
Their own thing, yeah.
But then the fact that we were at the beach
doing it
was nice.
So that should tell you that's a plan, and that is a good relationship, because at the end of the day they planned to do it and they came and they did it. So I mean, it comes to communication as well, also, yeah. Because if you
communicate what your feelings, communicate your hobbies and all that,
exactly. So you can be able to have shared hobbies and stuff like that.
So then that falls under open communication.
It falls
if you're saying
it falls under it. Because communication, we need to talk it through to be able to come to an agreement. Okay. We can go to the beach and say, okay, honey, let's go to the beach and try to do some painting there. Okay. If you're down for it, yeah, we go and then we do it.
What about emotional support?
Emotional support, you have to be there as a man for the woman, and vice versa also.
Okay.
Yeah, because with some women, they think women are not emotional, but we are sometimes,
Because now we are talking about men keeping their women happy.
Yeah.
And we have emotional support.
Exactly. It should be there.
So you just said some women think men
we are not emotional. Like in a natural sense, sometimes we are.
They think we are heartless.
Yeah.
But it's not our fault. Yeah. I'm not trying to justify our actions.
Exactly.
Okay. By the way, we men are being taught not to cry.
Yeah.
When we are in pain.
That's the way we are being built. Yeah.
We are being taught not to ask for help when we are actually dying.
Yeah.
So sometimes we might come off as heartless, someone who has no emotions, but then that's not the case.
That's why you can see many men dying of this, because
no, we always die before the women.
Yeah, certain things will keep it in us, and it's killing us. Yeah, and it's killing us.
It's killing us.
Yeah, because women, they feel like, oh, you're a man, you are strong. I mean, but deep down, it's really hurting us.
Okay, so with such a thing, how do you think men should be there emotionally or emotionally support their women?
I mean, for instance, probably you did something wrong to the woman,
right?
And she's down.
Okay.
You need to know what she likes,
right?
I mean, you can surprise her.
Okay.
You can take her out for a dinner. I mean, like a surprise, dinner. Just for her to let out that emotion.
Right.
Or you could, take her out, like go away to maybe a safari or vacation or something. Just to let out that
like
emotion.
road trips.
Road trips.
Okay. Now, here's a case: you did nothing to her,
right?
But then she's emotionally drained.
Yeah, you need to find out as a man.
You need to find out. But there are some women who don't talk about their feelings, and they expect you to still ask.
Okay, so that is where you have to know your woman.
Okay.
It comes in play. You have to know your woman.
Okay.
So once you know your woman, you feel like, oh, even when she's hurting, she doesn't talk. When I do this for her, she becomes okay. When I do that for her, she becomes okay. So that is where you have to know your woman very well to be able to play the role as a husband, as a good husband.
Then again, there comes open communication. Because you should be able to communicate.
Yeah. So those are the first stages of relationship. These are the things you guys should talk about. These are the things you guys should, involve yourself in. Knowing me, knowing you. It's very important in a relationship. Yeah. Because at the long run, when you guys are married, you can see all those things will come in play. Okay. They come in play, gradually they come in play. So, like, if a woman doesn't talk, as a man, you know why she's not talking. So you have to do what is right of you to make her happy in the mood, cheer up or something like that. Yeah. Right. So all these things are.
You just said something now that what you avoid in the beginning is the same thing you're going to face when you're married.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. And then there was this quote. Yeah. Was there a quote when I saw it in the movie?
Yeah.
I think it was a quote somewhere saying, the same red flags you ignore from the beginning are the same red flags that will make you leave at the
end. You still get them in the marriage. You still get them. And it comes. It's like karma.
So then you're not going to advise people to ignore red flags.
No, don't ignore red flags.
So when you see red flags, what do you do? Do you walk out?
It depends on if it's
something
you can change from the woman. Yeah, you can. But if you see something, you try as much as you can, but to change, but the woman is still not changing. My friend,
do you change someone or you talk to them to change themselves?
You talk to them to change. You cannot change someone.
So then if they are not willing to change, then it means there's nothing you can do about it.
Run.
What if you really love the person? There are people who are madly in love.
You really love the person.
We've all been there before. But there were days when I was madly in love.
Madly in love. Even though the woman will punch you, you don't talk, she will pinch you, you don't talk, you will do all sort of things, you don't talk. But I don't want it to come to affect you.
Right.
Yeah. So in this system, modern system, you have to speak up. You have to voice out.
I think being madly in love is wrong.
Yeah, you don't have to be madly in love. You can be in love, but not
madly in love, because then it's
you don't know what you're going to face in the future.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, it's very, very dangerous.
Right.
Super.
What about keeping the spark alive? That spark you got from the beginning of the relationship. How do you keep it alive? These are things most people don't know.
Yeah, they don't know. Yeah. It's like it seems like ignoring the red flags and getting it back in the marriage. So that same spark, what you guys started on, shouldn't fade.
Right.
It should. Maybe if sometimes once in a while you guys try to revive it, try to do it again, just to keep things working, just to keep things moving up, just to keep things sparkling. You understand me? So for instance, if you guys met and maybe you were taking the girl out on dinner dates, on like vacation, it shouldn't stop.
Are these personal experiences?
No, this is not.
I want you to give us personal experiences. No, I want you to give us personal.
You want personal experience?
Yes. What you did to keep the spark alive.
To keep the spark alive. Okay, so I'll tell you this. It was a girl, yeah.
Right, definitely a girl.
Yeah, definitely a girl. Yeah. So what happens? I've been giving maybe when she needs this, I give it to her. When she needs that, I give it to her.
Right.
But it got to a point I wasn't giving her like I used to give her.
Right.
Yeah. And then she started to change her mood and and stuff like that.
And then she was the wrong person.
Yeah. So that is what.
Nah, that's wrong.
Yeah. So
I think I need a better story than that. I need a better story than that. I want a relationship where you kept the spark alive, right?
Yeah.
Where there were times you realized you gotta stop being her girlfriend.
Yeah.
I mean being her boyfriend and be her friend.
Yeah.
Because that was how you guys met.
So that is the scenario I was given to you. It's not like
I know. I actually don't want to hear that story because she was in for the wrong reasons, bro. Nah.
No, she was a good person though.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, she was a good person.
She could be a good person, but then it doesn't mean she's in for the right reasons. Yeah, that doesn't make her a bad person either. So I'm
gonna give you a different scenario now.
Right,
a different story. So to be able to keep the spark alive, probably, like I said, taking the dinner date at the first stage, or taking her to to the club or to the beach or to road trips and stuff like that, that keeps the mood of the relationship, very sparkling,
Right.
It keeps it alive.
Right.
You understand me? And it shouldn't stop. It shouldn't stop. So it should still keep going, not every time, but once in a while, you should be able to, do those things again. You understand? Because some women will be like, oh, I'm bored. The way I met you, the way you used to do, you don't do it anymore. It's diminishing the relationship. So I think, you have to be able to not every time, but once in a while, you have to be able to do it again.
Right.
Just to keep up the spark in the relationship. Exactly.
Now, let's talk about keeping men happy.
Yeah.
What women can do to keep their men happy.
I'm laughing,
I'm actually asking this because you have to tell us this from your experience.
Right.
Okay. You have to tell us this from your experience. And I have a few points,
right,
which I know definitely you can relate to. Okay. Let me talk about the first point. Let me mention the first point. Okay. So you tell me if I'm wrong.
Right.
Okay. Appreciation and gratitude.
Right. It comes in play.
Most women. Okay, sorry, fine. I'm not going to say most women. Please forgive me. My people, women, I beg you forgive me.
Some women,
I beg you forgive
some
me.
Women.
I didn't mean to say most women. Sorry. Some women do not appreciate
at all.
And they don't show gratitude for what?
All.
It's painful, bro. It's painful.
If I see a woman like that, I will not do the second time what I did for you. I will not do it again. So you go elsewhere and find it and see if it's easy to get it from there. It's not easy.
It's painful, bro.
Yeah, it's painful.
Nothing hurts me more than that. I don't care if you cheat or whatever, but you
have to be appreciative, Very, very. It's
very. You make it sound like I don't do nothing for you.
For you, yeah. It hurts. Meanwhile, you're doing a lot. Some even other relationships, they're not getting what you're getting. But yet, so you don't appreciate what the man is doing for you.
I think there's a problem to that. I mean, the problem is some women compare their relationships.
Yeah. From their previous one to their current one.
Not even that.
Yeah.
With their friends.
Of course. So they have talks about it and they
compare with the previous one, that one is your own damage. I mean, that's your own problem. But compared to your friends, what if they are telling you what they want you to hear?
Yeah. But it's not right.
Why would you compare? Yeah. It's like seeing something on social media, you want to compare your life to that.
That's what ladies are doing nowadays.
They compare everything on social media.
And they want to be in that shoes. But maybe you're not fit to be in that shoes.
Mirror selfies. Kissing in front of the mirrors and taking videos and all that.
Exactly. You're not fit to be there, but you want to be there.
I know.
So it's not right. It's not right like that, You cannot be in that shoes. But yet still they want to be in that shoes. They see some of their friends and they'll be like, oh, I want to have this. I want that. What you have? I want that same thing. But you can't have it. Because you're not your friend. You get what I'm saying? You don't have the same physics as your friend.
Right.
You don't have the same looks as your friend.
Right.
Yeah. So you can't have it. What you have to be okay with that. What your boyfriend gives you have to be appreciative of that. Maybe in the next 10 years, it's going to be more than that.
Right.
But some women, they don't look at that. They look at now, but they don't look at the future.
The future, yeah.
Yeah, and it's very wrong.
Let's talk about emotional support.
Yeah.
Women giving their men emotional support.
Women giving their men. They don't do it.
I was going to say, let me just shut up.
Yeah, they don't do it.
Let me just shut up.
To be honest, they don't do
it. And then let you say it.
Yeah, they don't do it. They don't do it. I mean, 80% of the women, they don't do it. 80%. They don't
give their men emotional support.
Not at all.
Is it because they don't see it or
yeah, they feel like we don't have emotions or something like that.
So whatever is that we go through is on us.
Say, oh no, like he'll be okay. They have a saying in tree like, oh no better. That's what they say.
Yeah,
but
it's wrong. Not like that. If you ask me, it's wrong.
Yeah, they have to be there for us also.
How would you advise a woman to be there emotionally?
Like I said before, it's the same. You have to know your man.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to know when he's down in moods or emotionally, and you have to know what to do to cheer the man up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Some men, they like it in the bedroom. Some also like it in other places. So you have to know what to do as a woman to be able to cheer your man up when it's down emotionally. Because it's very important for us also.
What about shared responsibilities?
Yeah, it counts. It's a big factor. Some men will say a man is responsible for everything in the house, but it's not right. In this modern system, it has to come hand in hand. Like, we have to share.
I remember one ex of mine. Okay, I was teaching her how to change a car tire, right? And I think I posted that video somewhere.
Yeah.
And someone was like, "It's not a woman's job to change a car tire."
If you don't have a woman's job, you don't have a man's job.
And I asked her, what if she's on a road trip or going somewhere, she has a flat tire, she's alone?
She'll call me to come there. It's not right. You have to know certain things as a woman also.
I only taught her that because of emergency. Yeah. So if I'm teaching her that, it doesn't mean I want her to change car tires for me. No.
It's for her own benefit.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
shared responsibilities, to me, it's a factor.
Yeah, it's very important.
Just the way women want men to help, we also want the same thing with them.
Exactly. Same thing. It don't have to be different at all. It has to be the same. Like, if I'm able to do this and you feel like you can do it, do it.
What about quality time? Sharing quality time.
It's very important in a relationship. You have to. I mean, it should that should take most of the time, sharing time.
What are certain things women can do with their men as quality time?
It depends, like I said.
Because now this is the woman trying to keep the man happy.
Yeah, it depends on what your man like.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe he likes to be home. Maybe you cook something nice. You guys eat together. Okay. Watch some nice movie together.
Okay.
You talk about your families together.
What about video games?
Yeah, you can play video games.
Some women think it's not necessary.
No, you can.
They find their men playing games and they don't want to understand.
No,
which to me, I've seen girls learning how to play.
It's nice. It's nice. I used to have this girlfriend and she likes to play video games, even though she don't know how to play. She can't be like, "Oh, Mark, teach me how to play this football and stuff like that." Okay, come, I'll teach you.
I think that was because she wanted to share some quality time with you.
Yeah. So I taught her, and then it was nice. She even one time she beat me in football. I'm a good teacher then. If you're able to do it, I'm a good teacher. And so it's nice, It's
looking at you now, talking about it, you're smiling.
Yeah, I'm smiling because it was nice. Yeah,
it's a good experience. It's a good memory.
Like she cooked and eating, and then afterwards we played games, and drinks.
Right.
It was nice. Like nice experience.
The last points for women keeping keep their men happy. This point has caused a whole lot of relationships to end.
Yeah.
Trust and loyalty.
Trust and loyalty.
Yes.
Is a very big factor. Like 100%.
Trust and loyalty.
Yeah. It's a very big factor.
I'm not saying two different things. I'm saying trust and loyalty, which means it's mandatory for you to have both. To do both for your men.
It matters really in a relationship. Without these two, forget about relationship. Nothing will move. Yeah. Without these two, nothing will move.
Can broken trust be earned back?
I don't think you can.
Because
the moment you break my trust, I don't think I can never trust you again. Never. Because what